Hello, good evening. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, so Thursday. Wow, evening has come. I've kind of survived the day, and yeah, I did an emotional presentation on demystifying mental illness and fighting stigma. It was really charged and stuff, but yeah, I'm happy. Sometimes when you talk about some of those charged topics like that, you need to come and sit out, take some fresh air, talk about some other things. I'm happy. I'm happy with my coping mechanisms. I'm happy with the insight I have. I'm happy with the serenity I have. I'm happy with a lot of things. I'm just so grateful, and it's my purpose to share. So whenever it comes upon me to share, I will share. And of course, I love learning too. Um, it's impromptu, so whoever is going to watch later, thank you. Those who are joining now, whoever joins, thank you. This is Maria Banga now, and I'm all of those things you can imagine I am, or you can think of. And above all, I'm a mental health advocate. I light up when I talk mental health. That's what I was talking about this afternoon. And mental health, mental illness, I want to demystify it. I want to make it just as normal as headache, as every other thing. I want to destigmatize it. I want to say no to stigma, right? I want to say this is me. I live with post-traumatic stress disorder, but this is me, right? That's that. I'm actually wearing a t-shirt I made for myself. I made like 5 of them. Like when you wear them, you are passing around, people will be saying, she's wearing mental health, mental illness so boldly, and all of those kind of things. So there's one type. There's several types, right? Over 200 different types of mental illnesses, and one of them which we might not take seriously, and we might think, oh well, that's just how the man is, or the woman is, or the person is sociopaths. Sociopathy. You have psychopathy, you have sociopathy, you have all of those things. Sometimes the lines, the difference is blurred, and all of those things. But I think we have more sociopaths in our society than psychopaths. Are so intense and completely out of it, right? Very easy to detect them because they destroy without pity. But a sociopath is like the every other day man or woman you have around you, usually men. I don't know why, but that's what statistics show. And they would not destroy without. They will try to charm you. They'll try to win you over. They will infiltrate and be there. There are these people that everybody out there knows as this. Hi, my team captain. Thanks for joining. Everybody out there knows as this charming, this nice person, this wonderful in-law. This Nobody will believe you when you say he did this. A psychopath doesn't need, nobody even needs to doubt him. People just, he is the same in the house like out there. Psychopaths don't play around because they don't even have the feelings at all. Sociopaths calculate it. They have some small feelings, but their interests are paramount. So they would be nice when they need to be, and then hit. Psychopaths don't care. That there's nothing for them. And then it just takes them over completely, and so there's nothing like think. Whatever feelings, mother, father, nothing means nothing to them. They're the only ones around. So I was listening to a YouTube the other day. I'm always listening to stuff, and they were talking about how many signs, 12 signs that you are living with a sociopath. And I made some notes, and I just thought to myself today, like, okay, well, just do a live video and share. Sometimes, well, people will not watch those kind of things. People will not read. So maybe they will watch you because you are just doing summary. And so instead of spending 1 hour listening to the whole thing and all of that, maybe I can do 15 minutes and just summarize it there, and well, maybe use some of my own examples, and drop in some pidgin, and then that would resonate more, especially as some people they know mag already. So when I'm talking, they will obviously watch than watch maybe one of those American Wonder or other professionals out there. So the first sign they mentioned here was charming, but in a superficial way. I'm in a group, and then they put the picture of a man who proposed to his wife at the mall or something, and everybody was standing around and looking, and the question was, are you going to accept the ring now and come back to it later? Me, I said he will just remain kneeling forever. Me, I'm going. Someone said, what about the public disgrace? I'm like, save him from public disgrace. I said, save him from public disgrace. That for me, that's public embarrassment. What kind of show is that? No way. What? No way. And this kind of people, you will do that publicly like that. Make charm, win down the whole crowd, then deal with you at home. No, I cannot. There's nothing like, physical display of affection or whatsoever, you don't exaggerate that kind of way. Like in a restaurant, but other than that, no. Anyway, so yes, he's charming, but in a superficial way. You understand that? Seems too good to be true. You know this kind of person that you meet now, hey, all of a sudden, I say they will change church and come to your own. They will start wearing all the right clothes that you say they should wear. In short, they love everything that you love. No, they know how to cook. All of a sudden, they can cook for you. They can go to the market, no problem. In short, we go and visit your mother every weekend, your father. We are together. You didn't have no life before we met. No, that one like that. That's honeymoon now. After that period, you start asking yourself questions. Who is this? Okay. So antisocial personality disorder, that's a mental illness. So maybe the person is already going over the cuckoo's nest. So please get help for them. Or for yourself, run. Number 3, they are constantly they lie constantly. I once knew somebody was saying that they lie like they breathe. They said it in French. It was so sweet. Iman komi respi. Like everything is a lie. And then they look at you like, but how can you not believe me? But then they're lying, and they're full of grandiosity. Hey, no. Everybody else is wrong apart from them. No. Ish, that one. No. They can argue for Africa. They're like, oh, it's not worth the trouble. No. They have the PhD and all of that, so they know it all. I listened to something one of my big sisters sent to me on Equinox. There was one lawyer there. I was like, who sent that poor lawyer there? I don't think that lawyer spoke like 3 times. Hey, there were some other ones say, oh, they knew everything. They were talking. You talk until they even have to say, no, je dois vous couper maintenant. I have to cut you short. No, doctor. I'm like, talking like that on TV, then at home you can imagine. I'm sure the wife doesn't even talk again. Okay, they are extremely controlling. Why are you going to? Why? When? With who? But I didn't get the call. Nobody told me about this program. Why? Who are you talking to? Who are you chatting to? Let me look at that phone. Why is this person coming? No, we are going together. I'm coming with you. I once organized an event, or I was part of an event, and there's a lady who attended that event with her husband. He stayed in the car. They came from out of town. He was in Yaoundé. They came from a neighborhood called Oja. So the man came with her just to see where she was going to and to be sure she was coming to attend the event. But I was like, he stayed in the car. Does he know what we are doing inside here? He should have come and sat down here. It was an event on self-confidence. I was talking. I was a facilitator. I was like, for heaven's sake. Hey. You come and sit in the car? Like you lack what to do on a Saturday? You cannot even allow your wife to go for her own event. You say you are coming with her. And you tell her that it's because you want to see where she's going to. You want to be sure. And so she had to go back with some flyers so that he should see that she actually came for an event on that. If you had even dropped her up and gone and then come to pick her up, I would have been like, okay, yeah, well, maybe because this and that. But stayed there in the car. She was in there for like 45 minutes because, well, she was heading to go. Okay, they had a meeting. He had some friends coming over, impromptu too, but she had spent the money cooking. Now she said she's coming for the event, and he was like, no, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so he's bringing her 30 minutes, 45 minutes maximum. She has to come back. They have to go home because the friends are coming at whether it's 3 or 4 o'clock. Because when they come, she must be home to do the serving. Okay. They prey on your good quality, on your sense of sympathy and empathy. Of course, now you know how we women, we know how to sympathize and empathize. So you will see a sociopath will play on that. Turn around you and say, you have this soft spot. Oh, he will tell you how he just lost some money that he invested wherever, or that he needs some money because the container is coming, or he has not come, or he has been sent to Benin instead of Douala, and or somebody is sick in the village and something, and well, that business deal, my sister. Okay, and you'll be the one to be making excuses for him even. Like somebody was making an excuse for the man in a group that, no, that he just lost his job, the stress of it, so maybe that is why he was violent that day. But I cannot imagine this is the second time he's cheating, or the third time he's cheating, and whatsoever. And one sister just asked in that group that, so what is she saying? And I was like, I'm just reading. I have not been able to understand, so let her continue writing. Let me read and maybe just smile and say, pass your road. Okay. There is a lack of connection to your past. That is to his own past. That's one sign of a sociopath. He doesn't have a past, or he doesn't tell you about his past. He's always interested in your own. He would come into your family, embrace the family. All his life is your family. Where is his own family? Nada. He does not present you to nobody, or he starts telling you some cock and bull story about his family and everything. I watched one pastor in the US who murdered the wife. He married her. She was the one who was a pastor. He was a former police officer. He was now in retirement. He had been married before and divorced. I think he had 2 grown children. That woman had never seen those children, not to talk of any other person in his family. You marry me, you don't see my 3 children. I was like, until somebody was even trying to justify and say, yeah, well, but if he had fallen out with his children. No. When it happened, it was his own child and the daughter who was saying, they heard about it and they were like, whoever is marrying him is on their own. So it was like, yeah, they knew their father, and it was like, not good news. And they didn't even want to get involved and even try to know whichever woman he was marrying now, and all of those kind of things. All kinds of things happen in America. That was definitely a sociopath. He doesn't tell you nothing about his past. When she said, what led to your divorce? No, I don't want to talk about it. It's traumatizing and stuff like that. And then you start feeling sorry. Oh, yes, it's probably traumatizing. And then she ended up in a coffin. Okay, well, they don't seem to know what makes you upset or why. They don't care. In short, to the point where when you are even angry, you are the one who will start even explaining and being sorry for being angry or for being upset. How can you be upset about that? What is that? Is that something? Because they don't have feelings, so they don't care. Nothing makes them angry. Nothing works them up. Or even if something works them up, they're looking for how to deal with the person, get their pound of flesh. So they don't see why you should have emotions, right? Especially feelings of sadness and stuff like that. What do you mean? You're a child. You're too sensitive. Be careful about those kind of people who try to invalidate your feelings, your emotions, and all of those kind of things. They're not good news. They display irresponsible behavior and take risks at will. Yes, maybe they drink carelessly and get drunk and fight. Maybe they have sex carelessly. They gamble. Spend money anyhow. All of those things. I mean, when you are with an adult, you call it an adult, a partner or stuff, and then they are displaying this kind of irresponsible behavior, you should be thinking like, hey, don't you think you need to see a therapist? Don't you think you need to go for counseling? Don't you think you need to see a psychiatrist, a psychologist, something like that? Don't just say, oh, I will pray, oh, something is happening, oh, the devil is at work, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm just sharing now. You know your situation and whether it's a cause for concern or not. So they have volatile mood swings and don't want to be called out. You know, I have mood swings myself, and I know somehow how to manage my mood swings, and how to say I'm sorry sometimes when I act out, and how to also help another person go through theirs. But I like it when people tell me, hey Mark, no, you are getting out of hand. I mean, I've gotten so good to managing my own self to the point where sometimes when I'm really having my down moments, I just stay me quiet in my corner or stuff like that, and I know how to calm myself down or who to reach out to for help and stuff like that. But a sociopath will have the mood swings and think that they have every right to have those mood swings, and so don't dare call them out. You know, if you call them out, that's a full-blown outrage. So you see, sociopaths and narcissists and all of them, they bother around it. So it's for you to know, and to know whether you even want to deal with them. Sometimes they themselves, I used to follow one narcissist until I was like, now I've had enough. So triggering. He will say that he tells people who want to come close to him, this is who I am. Can you deal with this? And so he's a loner now. And he makes his money by doing those podcasts and all of those things. And he's like, no. He tells women to back off. So if somebody gets to the point where they are doing podcasts and saying back off, then if you want to go close to him, it's at their own risk and peril. You spend your life trying to fix damage or whatever, So if you're already with one, okay, pray or do whatever. But you're not yet with one, don't. Take your time. Know these people you want to get into relationships with. And then if you see those signs like that, say, no. Papa God, thank you. So they have volatile mood swings and they don't want to be called out. They can't hold down a job. Lack of social skills, of course, and yet they're financially irresponsible. They cannot hold down a job. They will blame it on the system, blame it on every other person apart from their own self. Whereas they're the ones who will get new jobs all the time, but they cannot stay there for more than 1 week. They will have reasons. Oh, somebody doesn't like them. Oh, they're racist. Oh, this. Oh, their co-worker. Oh, that. Oh, you yourself did something at home. Oh, the car keeps breaking down. Oh. They will not lack excuse for why they cannot keep a job or why they're tired looking for jobs. So they want to be couch potato. I see that thing happening a lot out there in that your diaspora. I'm like, I share for you people. They're just there. But they have all the reasons to be financially responsible. They need money. They are not earning any dime, any dollar. But they are using. Just using. And sometimes we women, we are so sorry. We feel like, no, this is the best thing to do. Now, I remember I myself went to open a joint account, with my ex-husband. Of course, he was just enjoying the money. My money was just going in there. He was enjoying. I just decided one day, created a different account elsewhere. My salary was not going to the other one. No conversation even about what happened. We never had a conversation about what happened to that account. Today I think about it and I laugh. I was like, oh, are you? So I can understand that. So women will still want to keep it together and be putting money into the joint account. The man will just be using. And when you dare ask, he'll tell you, yeah, but my mother was sick. Oh, this, that. But I wanted to set up a business. Sometimes they'll tell you, but after they have even done it. Can you imagine? Bad sign. What you call what? Scratching cocoa, hot potato. Another one is what? You find yourself constantly cleaning up after their mess. Of course, some of them is children that have left everywhere. I heard of a man who had a wife. They had 4 children, but he had about, 12 or 20 out there. And the woman was in a high profile position. Can you imagine? So there's no way you will not hear that the man is all over the place in the city. With one of the women out there, he even had 8 children. So double the number he had at home. Man! And of course, he will be using his money to take care of those children. I heard that he was a very attentive father or something like that. So can you imagine? You will know. You are there in the house, you know, but what can you do? So you spend your life cleaning after his mess, one after the other, one scandal after the other. Anyway, anybody? So number 12 is what? They are immature with no IQ or EQ. You know, IQ is a intellect quotient, and EQ is emotional quotient. So he has none, yet he's so selfish and demanding. You know, some ones will be like, they don't know how to speak English, they don't want you to speak English, because when you speak English you threaten them, you remind them of their own. So you'll be like, yeah, you want to show it with that grammar the whole place. I once had one who told me that I laugh at my, I've done it. You know, they used to work they were mechanics somewhere. I was doing my matrix in Yaoundé, and they were a mechanic at the presidency of the republic. So for them, that presidency was the PhD. Being a mechanic at the, do you know, it's not just ordinary mechanic. And then you tell me, what is the grammar thing all over the place? Grammar, wait, you want show. So I was trying to now come down to the level. I love pidgin, but I should not be coming down to your pidgin level just because my grammar makes you feel insecure. No. But at that time, that's how I was struggling to now, just be me this area girl. First of all, I'm not somebody who likes to, first of all, hang out with, show my title or my name or all those bets. I was like, until I should even be ashamed of saying I'm doing a matrix. At that time, I was not even a lawyer, but I couldn't even feel like, no, stuff like that, because, well, it will make him feel insecure. So, nope, you have to step down. You have to be, you don't even go out. You don't do your hair. You don't do all of those kind of things. No, because he doesn't have to feel insecure. So you cannot even hang out with your classmates or with friends of your own level. You don't go to the parties, all of those things. Either you are going alone, and you cannot go alone because he will say, no, you are not going. He's controlling. Remember, all of those things. So you see how your life gradually becomes an eggshell, and you kind of become a ghost of yourself. You are cut off gradually from your friends, or you yourself cut yourself off because you don't want you trouble at home. In the end, you yourself become a sociopath now. Seriously, it will contaminate you, because even your family cannot stand you again. So either they don't even want you to come to those gatherings, they don't invite you, or when you come, nobody really wants to have a conversation with you. So you yourself, you also feel bored, and you will go, and probably he will not come with you because he doesn't care. Or if he comes with you, he'll be itching for you people to go back, and he'll be even embarrassing you, talking to people anyhow, eating anyhow, wearing any kind of clothes and stuff like that. Okay, well, so that's the conversation I wanted to have, just reflecting, musing. And I'm happy Thursday has come and passed, and we thank God. Okay, thank you so much, all those who joined. It was just so impromptu. I just wanted to talk and just relax some and everything. Okay, have a good evening, everybody. God bless us all.